Okay, so it was that. Then it was 2 in a row. Then it was that. And I think it was right. No! Oh, I thought for sure I had that one. Okay, we'll give this one more time because no one wants to watch a video of me just trying to pet a cat for a million years. Hello, Shotgun Squirrel here, and welcome back to another episode of 1 Hour In. Today we're playing Norco, but before I get into the game, let me quickly address my voice. It was my birthday very recently, and I had all my friends over, and we were drinking and having lots and lots of fun for about a week straight. And so my voice is not great. I think it's okay, but it's not great. So if I do sound rough, that is why. Health-wise, I'm perfectly fine, but yeah, my voice is a bit messed up. But hopefully it's not too bad for the video. Anyway, Norco, it is a point-and-click adventure game. Looks like it's going to be very pixel arty. And I had a quick Google try and see what type of game it is, but it doesn't really touch on it. I didn't want to go digging too much. So yeah, there's a warning that comes up about blasphemy and things like that. So I'm not sure where this game's going to go really, but yeah, I'm excited. Let's press any key to continue, sign in. As always, got my 1 hour timer ready to go once the game gets started. Apparently it's got to sync some data for Norco. Not played the game before, so I'm not sure why it's syncing, but fine. Hopefully this doesn't take too... There we go. Okay, cool. So it was like, do I need to cut this? Oh, there's chapter select. Ah, so there's like a full story into it. That's quite cool. Alright, new game. Norco, Louisiana. I don't know if that's a real place. Oh, I'm going to start the timer. Shield hid the stars behind the halogen and flame projected onto the sky every night. Do I need to... Oh, yep. There was no such thing as silence. The noise never went away. The refinery exalted an endless sigh. I could never sleep. It was so loud. Or I still can't sleep without that sound. See, as someone who had a main road backing off the back of their property for like 25 years, it was weird when I moved to a very, very quiet place. So I could still sleep. I've never had that issue, but I find that is I still can't sleep without the sound. It's far more interesting than, oh, I just couldn't sleep, it was too loud. So I'm gonna go for that. Oh, I like the animation. You often dream that the towers were cathedrals, that the swamps listened when you spoke, that the birds became radiant spheres while circling Norco's sky. Oh Jesus, hello. You spent your adolescence sleepwalking between little devastating rituals. Though Blake pleaded, you decided to leave. I knew he'd get over it, I didn't care. I knew he'd get over it. He never... Oh, that's sad. You caught out on a grain net to Chicago and onward to the west coast, thinking you'd never return. So is that face meant to be us, do we think? You wandered through the overlit suburbs of the vast American limbo. Thumbing down 99, you saw an old man crouched in a roadside ditch. He was mouthing your name. He had a familiar gaze. He was gone when you wiped the sleep from your eyes. Okay. Haunted by something then. You spoke to Blake, learning of your mother's declining health, her insomnia, her erratic behaviour. You ignored the urgency in your brother's voice. Ah, Blake's our brother. Okay. You headed east. You threw your phone into the Rio Grande and joined the armies of the Mesa. For months you were in the company of fugitives, sleeping in nuclear tunnels, repairing engines and weaponry. Right, so this is a dystopian future then. Or a dystopian present, depending on. ABQNM. I have so many questions. The war was a meme that set Albuquerque on fire. You escaped while the foot soldiers of the pop-up junta bloodied the parched land. So, infighting in America. Albuquerque's where Breaking Bad's set. Okay, I'm getting ideas. While hiding in a freightliner. Well, you imagine them as cathedrals, so I kind of like the idea of clicking in the, the religious iconography and that sort of stuff. I prayed. You held the cross around your neck and mouthed a prayer to God. You called home from a landline in a motel somewhere beyond Texas. You knew from Blake's hello that your mother was already dead. You hung up, shouldered your bag, returned to the highway. 5 years had passed. You made your way back home. Okay, so we left, upset our brother, left a mum who got sick, didn't come back for her, and she died, And now we headed back. Oh wow, okay, this is not the terrible landscape I was expecting. You wake from a delirious dream to find yourself in your childhood bedroom. Monkey watches you from the corner. Okay, so there's like a little face in the corner. Oh, I do have a cursor. I couldn't find it. Okay. Oh, can I make that faster, please? I would like to make that faster. Where are my settings? Audio settings, dialogue settings. Oh, you can make it look like a TV. Oh, that's cool. I'll make it crisp because it's going on YouTube video. Liner notes. I don't know what that is. But no, can I not change how fast this moves? Gameplay. Expert mode. Gameplay mode is experienced adventure game players. It removes text highlighting and other hints and creates more challenging. Automate combats fight. Oh, there'll be fights. We'll play automatically rather than relying on your input. Unlock all chapters. Make all chapters available on the chapter menu screen. Interesting options. Okay, I'm just going to double check in case dialogue settings has a faster cursor. Spacing, speed. Go choose different fonts. I gotta say, there's a lot of options. I think that's really cool. I like the default font. I think that's nice. These all seem to be the same color to me. Oh, it's varying brightnesses. I see. No, that's all fine. I'm gonna stop being in the settings now. I was hoping for a faster cursor movement, but I suppose this is all we can get. Can I grab monkey? Yes. Oh Jesus Christ! That was oh boy, he is. I looked up at the text and then I saw a very creepy bear figure coming closer. That really threw me. Monkey, your best friend, childhood gift. You spoke with him often when things got difficult, but then you left. He sat here for 5 years collecting dust. 5 years. His eyes fill with anger as he challenges you to return his gaze. Staring contest part 1 glyphs. Glyphs will appear and flash a pattern. Match the pattern to meet monkey's gaze. Ready? Yeah. Yes. Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh, fucking hell, what is going on? You successfully meet Monkey's gaze with a cool assurance. However, his expression is unchanged. You stare more intensely. Staring contest part 2 rings. Circles will appear over Monkey's eyes. An outer ring will shrink to the perimeter of the circle. Click the circle when the outer ring locks into place. Click the circle. Yes, fine. Do it. Ready? Yes. Oh, that's actually quite tough. Anger melts from Monkey's face. Take Monkey. Yes, I want Monkey, thank you. You drape Monkey over your shoulder. Alright, this game is going to be weirder than I expected. I didn't know where we were going with it, but it looked weird. Right, laptop. The laptop your parrain gifted you idles on a shoddy particle board desk. Wake laptop. As the screen illuminates, you notice that the signal in the house is dead. No internet. It looks like Blake was using the computer at some point. He left a browser tab open. View tab. Okay, so archived all YX2Q posts. Okay, anyone still post here? No, place is a wasteland. Wanted to run something by you gents. Was knocking out sack late in the spillway. Saw a big round glowing thing in the sky. Call that the sun, OP. Funny, talk to someone else seen it too near the parish canal. Nothing like this, but birds in the swamps be acting weird. Looked like it was made of glass, maybe. Would glow real bright, then not at all. Moved fast. Best pick I could get. All kinds of shit been happening out that way. Get some sleep, OP. Need cash fast. Install quack. Oh yeah, that's some stupid bot thing. Lol. The fuck kind of name is Quack Job. Just like the name sounds, full of lunatics. App's a way of getting you to join a cult. Worse than them people living in the mall in Kenner. You can't trade that coin they use on hardly any exchanges because everyone knows it's a good Ponzi scheme or GD Ponzi scheme. Goddamn Ponzi scheme. Seeing this exact thing, OP, still there. Seen at the base of the upper suction. Ooh, I don't know where that is in relation to this. Year X2R, like the date's been. Oh, year. Oh, okay. So no one has posted all year, right? Okay, I see. So that makes sense. So the year is YX2R. So that was last year's posts. Interesting. Okay, cool. Right, what else can we click on? I know we could click on outside, but I feel like I should water plant. You assume Million has been keeping the plant alive. Okay, don't know who Million is, but there we go. And what's this? Among the books on the shelf is a slim volume called Crisis LARPing. Yeah, I want the cursor to be faster. That's very annoying. The proto-disaster tourism began almost as soon as the floodwaters left. Punks from across the country ventured into Ninth Ward, Gentilly, St. Bernard, and finally the East. They curated a theatrical self-portrait of their lives in the ruins. The aesthetics of disaster were central to the merging milieu. It began to percolate into popular culture. Collapse became the zeitgeist. Wise investors recuperated their experience of disaster. New Orleans became a plastic dystopia, a marketplace for crisis. Okay, interesting. Oh, what's this? A flyer from a show your friend put on a few weeks before you left town. A fight broke out while one of the opening bands played. No, I'm going to go I was outside. You didn't feel like being around the crowds that night. After the show, you and Blake walked the river back to Norco. You watched the sun rise over the grain elevators. Okay, I think everything but outside is done. A sticker from grade school half peeled from the window. Oh, this one here. I see. Oh, was that it? Oh no, I must have clicked the sticker by mistake. I meant the outside. Cool January air spills through the open window. Commuter traffic glints along Apple streets as a pair of wrens leave out of the overgrown lot next door. I like how the music got louder. Monkey stares at you. Stare at monkey. I'm gonna look away from monkey for now. What is this? Oh, it's a mind map. You are home again because your brother needs you because your mum died. Oh, you were traveling across the Rockies. Your friends went south and you were glad to be alone. You spent long nights on those highways in a shitty sleeping bag. Down the Pacific coast. You were in California when the summer arrived. You recall the familiar smile on the face of the old man in the Central Valley ditch. That smile burnt its image into your mind. Oh God. Through the Midwest. The freight cars rattled in the cold dusk as you crouched on the grainer porch. Suburbs, fences, traffic, flat country all passing from miles. Then what? You rode in the back of the van from Chicago to Des Moines. You stole a heater from Walmart and brought it to the poorly attended house show. Des Moines to Kansas City to Denver. Right. Dismiss. You finish thought. So we have Blake, your brother. Dismiss. Your mum died. The cancer metastasized. It was in her liver, then her lungs, and then it was in her brain. She was on chemo, never finished her third course. And the hospice on Jefferson Highway, Blake said the traffic shook the building. He left before she drew her last breath. Alone with the morphine drip and the rattling glass, that's how Catherine died. Your mum. Wow, that is dark. And this weird ditch man. The smile of the man who crouched in the ditch of the highway revisits your mind. His head was smudged with Wednesday ashes and mascara ran from his eye. This guy looked at me. Yeah, he looks at you when you hover over him. That's a bit creepy. And the trees glow and faces change on the trees. Interesting stuff here. Okay, not sure the purpose of the mind map yet, but that is a dark and terrible place. What is this? Oh, that's just a menu. What is this? Oh. Okay, I've gone to a new location, I see. Alright, laundry. Your mum's unfolded laundry. Okay. Photo album. A family photo album. Yeah, I want to look at the family photo album. Yellowing pages of disposable photographs. Your grandfather, a peculiar look in his face, impossible to read. Your mum staring at Blake through the obscure lighting. He's dressed as a vampire, tugging at someone's waist. Pleated khaki shorts. A photo labelled duck scene of a barbecue on the lakefront. The man at the centre points playfully at the camera. His face is obscured. Turn the page and there's Blue, your father, though you've never thought of him that way. An easy smile on his face, a canister of dip shoved into his front pocket. You set the book aside. Okay. Mail. A letter from Shield Oil sits atop a stack of mail. Shield Oil community notice. Dear neighbour, please be advised. There will be elevated flaring at the site of our number 5 stack near Good Hope on the evening of Thursday, March 19th. This will pose no health risks to residents. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact the Shield Norco Office of Community Engagement. Okay. Memories of sleepless nights, your mum sitting there staring through the window. There was a tension in her demeanour, as if you were interrupting some urgent and obligatory task. You would continue to the kitchen with no words exchanged. But those nights were rare. Many of them you don't remember. Interesting how we can change the story, like the past, or we can decide how our relationship with our mum was. Right. Ah, we can interact with stuff now. You turn on the television. A chaotic distortion of your mother's memories flash before you. Tune in. Oh, wow. Okay. This is all fine. I don't dislike any of this. No, sirree, none of this is unsettling. Look at all these lovely, happy memories. Yes, sirree. Going to leave that there. Thank you very much. Books. You peruse the titles of the bookshelf. The Western Margin of the Lake. Critiques of Deliberate Externality. Fence Line Diaspora. Yeah, I don't want to read any of those, to be honest. No, that sounds interesting. Why not just Spider-Man Volume 1, you know? Look at this photograph. A photo of your mum holding Blake as a baby on a beach in Pensacola, Florida. It's winter. You stand beside them, bundled up and laughing as a gust of wind rakes the beach. The sky is bone white. Okay, so we're the older sibling. Still don't know our gender, but I guess that doesn't matter too much. Bedroom, kitchen, front yard. So is this what happens? If we do this, does it go to the front yard? It does indeed. Okay, cool. So we unlock locations as we travel around the house. Mary. Your grandfather's statue of the Virgin Mary sits in the shadows along the crawl space of the house. Does that mean there's a crawl space behind that? Oh, I don't like this. You observe the weathered concrete and flaking paint of the statue. Inspect further. The face is especially deteriorated, framed by a system of cracks. I don't like the noises, they're very loud in my ear. You run your hands along the decorating contours of the statue. It snaps off as if by design. Behind the statue's face hides an old assemblage of electronics carelessly soldered together. At the centre of the electronic configuration is what appears to be a card reader. Oh, there we go. Again to that point and click adventure style of things. Oh yeah, we already just read that. Okay. Cat. Your mum fed the neighbourhood strays. They must be hungry since she passed. Oh, that's quite sad. Right, let's do more of this mind map shit. We've got even more mind maps and stuff. Blue is a vague memory. You don't remember Blue, only the things he left behind. Photographs, cologne, tools, the name that your mother kept. Even the pictures that have survived are too faded to make out. Finished thought. Okay, so that's our dad. Does it say dad? No, it just says Blue. I guess he wasn't really a dad. He was Blue. Your grandfather, Peter Pops Pierre Malacon. He passed away when you were a teenager. He seemed to court controversy, though as a child you never understood why. Duck. An old friend of your mum's. Your memory of him is scattered and vague. Your mum... No, okay, we've got nothing with that now. Okay, interesting. I'm sure there's going to be something about that at some point. House. 3 times this house has flooded. Okay, let's think about all the floods. The first flood is barely a memory. placing your feet on drenched carpet, your mum and grandfather ripping out sheetrock, sitting in small RV in the backyard, setting dolls on a cluttered table. We female. We might not be dolls, just to suggest we might be a woman. The second floor. I did see that face that was female in the sky, and I was wondering if that was representing of us. Second floor, you were 14. Pumping station failed during the heavy rain. You were in class watching the clouds move upriver. You got a message from your mum. Stay in Deseret, I'll come get you. For 2 weeks, you shared a hotel room with your mum and Blake. She spent all her days gutting the house. In the evenings, you would sometimes help. Okay, the third floor. Another pump failure. Your mum hired contractors with the insurance money. She said she was getting too old for it. You were bitter. You blamed her for not selling the house sooner. You stayed with friends in New Orleans. Fourth flood? Fourth flood will follow a slow hurricane, and it will be a calamity. It will leave the entire region submerged as critical leaves breach. There will be a massive blackout that lasts weeks. Much of the sewerage infrastructure will be damaged beyond repair. The embattled federal government will do nothing to assist. It will bankrupt the region. Small militant enclaves will form along the high ground of the Mississippi River. They will take to piracy and hijack commercial shipping vessels. Private mercenary forces will relate in kind. Slowly, industry will flee this hot zone. The old river control structure will collapse from neglect and sabotage. The Mississippi River will again change its course. Norco, an old abandoned refinery town on a ghost of the river. Your house will be squatted and then razed. So, I'm wondering if because she talked about like all these crazy stories, like she joined an army and stuff and fought and things like that, and I'm wondering if they were all just in her head. I wonder if she just has a great imagination and she just thinks of fun stories. Because we knew there'd been 3 floods, and that 4th one is a prediction. Now, that could either be what's actually going to happen, and that's only for us to know, not our character, or that's just how she sees the world. Right, we're going to go to the backyard. Oh my god. Okay, so that is a robot, right? Okay, I may take back exactly what I just said. All of this may be true. Oh my god. So we could have got here from the kitchen. Right, I guess we'll look at the motorcycle. An old disused motorcycle with extensive rust and wear. Thanks for that tidbit. Right, Million. Million sits in her characteristic slouch, lost in thought. Her carapace has taken on the rusted and weather-worn quality of the rest of the machinery in the yard. You recall the night that your mum showed up with her. You and Blake stayed up past dawn, poring over pirated API docs. A ragdoll mass was slumped on the floor as you wrote the routing procedure. You wonder if such memories hide behind her constellation of eyes. The robot regards you casually. Oh yeah, well, we're going to speak to Million. Oh my god, that's what Million looks like. That's intense. Kay, you're awake. That's our name is Kay. Best sleep in years. That fits with our story of like we couldn't sleep without the droning. That works really well. The sound of the refinery did always help you sleep, didn't it? Million knows. I love you, Million. In any case, I'm certain I was no help. She gestures toward the motorcycle at the edge of the carport. I was turning over the engine on that bike to test the coils. It was quite noisy, but they're all in good shape now. All I need is a fuse, and we can use it to get around while I finish repairing the truck. I heard the phone ringing inside, but I had my hands full. Were you expecting a call? Many people have been calling since Catherine died. Your brother is usually the one to answer the phone, but I don't know where he went off to. Wonder where he could be. Likely at the bar or bookstore, if I had to guess. Why would so many people be calling? I don't know, maybe because your mum died. Where can we get a fuse? The gas station just up the road has them, but you may have to persuade Troy to let you in. Okay, I don't want to ask that question. Auto continue off. Interesting. I have to ask that your mother left behind a lot of loose ends. From what little I know, I gather she was conducting research for a client in Fat City. I sense that many people would like to inquire about the data. Interesting. I'm unaware of where she has it hidden. Perhaps Blake knows its whereabouts. No, I know where it is. I found it. It's in the Virgin Mary. Who is this client? I haven't a clue. There aren't things she discussed with me. As the cancer spread, she became more guarded with her research. She always kept strange company. An occupational hazard, I suppose. So, okay, so our mum was a private detective. So anyway, that's all. Thanks, Mr. Robot, you were good fun. A disintegrating crabnet. Blue taught your mum how to make these, and your mum taught you. In the summers, you'd bike to the suction Okay, again, this bit be to do with to stop the flooding. Before sunrise, tie chicken next to the net, submerge it, and nurse your coffee while waiting for a bite. Okay, anything else? No. Alright, well. We need to get a fuse. Let's go in the kitchen in a second. Right. Pills. Your mum's painkillers are spilled across the counter. Oh. Oh, I didn't mean to leave. Whoops-a-daisy. Goodbye, Million. You've discovered so many dead cockroaches in this microwave over the years that it's discouraged you from using it. For several months, a dead baby cockroach was stuck between the clock's display and the protective screen, blocking the hour. Blake finally shook the microwave aggressively enough that the roach fell into the guts of the machine. I don't like that. Okay. We don't go to the attic. Let's go look at the laundry room. You're always frightened by the laundry room. Okay. Attic. Anything of note? Got a mouse over everything. Okay, all we can do is look at boxes. There used to be much more clutter up here. You imagine your mum gave it away as the end approached. And I can't look out the window either. Okay. Alright, so a bit of mind mapping. Okay. Million. Also, did I struggle to read Million? Because if I did, I'm a goddamn idiot. I think I did, didn't I? I think it's because I wasn't expecting it to be a name, so I was trying to see the name in it, but obviously Million is a word, and I'm an idiot. Million was a security android. Oh, I get to decide. That's kind of cool. I think a security android is better. She guarded the perimeter of the aluminium refinery in Gramercy. One day she ran away. Why? You don't know. Million was a fugitive. Once a fugitive, now just a relic. She spends hours in stasis beneath the house like any discarded thing would. Right, so she, I guess, both in a way. Mum's going blue, so I guess there's something more now. Was conducting research. For who? For a client in Fat City. Your mum. Right, so this is how we can keep track of things, I guess. That's all you know. Interesting. And all the webs connect. I really like that. I like how that's going to happen. Like, that's the type of investigation I've not seen before. Right. Goodbye, Million. I'm going to go to the station, like you said. Let's go. Snowball stand. The snowball stand is closed for the winter. Sisters. The turtle. He crawled out the trash can. Don't touch him, see? He's dirty. No, he's not. Turtles are always clean. They live in water. Trash water is not clean. Let's go. Just let me stare a little longer. He's pretty. I'm all for a little sister. Padu private investigators. We snoop for you. Interesting. The lights are on for Padu private investigators. So are they competing with our mum? You knock, no answer. Okay. So, we are currently at Padu PI, Floodgate Tavern, Dimes Discount, home. Okay, well, we'll go to Floodgate Tavern, I suppose, because our brother might be over here, I guess. Okay, and that's how we return to Apple Street. Okay. Floodgate Tavern. Floodgate Tavern, many shield workers gather here after their shifts. It's closed, should be open later in the evening. Okay. It says open on the side there, but fine. Let's go to Dimes Discount. Cool, that's the petrol station we need the fuse for. Film set. A film crew is set up on the river road. Several floodlights illuminating a gruesome murder scene. 2 men stand pensively above a corpse. I want to approach the set. I want to see what's going on. As you near the set, a small, energetic man jumps from his chair. Attention, dumbass! Can't you see we're trying to shoot here? Yeah, but I wasn't going to get in the shot. I just wanted to have a look. What are you filming? It's a detective drama called None of Your Goddamn Business. Any other questions? Scout suit. Oh yeah, should we just play idiot? Sounds cool. So is this like a murder scene? Keep it up, it's going to be. Hey, you know what? Wait a second. You from around here? Yeah. We could use some cultural expertise, you might say. We're filming a Bayou cop drama, and all these knuckleheads are from LA. An actor on set turns toward the director. I told you, Kevin. I'm from Texas. Oh, that's right. No, I forgot. Your Harvard-educated daddy bought a boutique ranch outside Austin. Well, that don't make you a cowboy, Jose. Oh, Hoss? Is that Jose or just Hoss? Maybe his name's Hoss. No, yeah, maybe his name's Hoss. Now, hush up before you scare off the yokel. The director returns attention to you with a mild look of disgust. Help us out, will you? This script needs some work. What do you say? Fine. You're an asshole, but I've been playing dumb and I'm interested in the film set. Great. Hey, Noah, get over here so you can learn something from this stupid redneck. Wow, you're saying all of that in front of me. Jesus Christ. The actor smolders. He whispers under his breath. I'm a redneck. Fine, Noah, you're a redneck. A real soul of the earth kind of guy. Oh no, he whispers under his breath something we didn't hear. Then he says, I'm a redneck. But as luck would have it, we came across an even dumpier hayseed than you, okay? So just take a knee. Alright, anyway, we need some good slang. What do you call a villain, a bad apple, a lowlife? Oh, I love that. We could just totally change this. No, we just call them an arsehole. That's it? An arsehole? Thanks a lot, William Faulkner. That's real creative. Now get out of here. You're holding up production. Right, okay. A freight loader is being repaired in the Batcher Woods over the Leve. Right, gas station. What info can we find? So many evenings spent watching traffic pass by this gas station. Little has changed. Neighbouring businesses still sit abandoned. The surrounding streets are quiet and empty.
Well. Look who's back. What happened? Carnival forget you beside the road? And you even brought your little doll.
Oh, you don't fucking insult Monkey, mate.
That's cute.
Back because my mum died. Yeah, well, I guess we'll play that one. Let's not fight him.
You're not that stupid, are you, Catherine? Are you? Catherine, too value.
Okay, I'm confused. Back because my mum died.
You're not that stupid, are you? Catherine, she too valuable. They'd never let her die. If anything, she probably vacationing on a hard drive somewhere.
Oh, wow. So they believe in... Wow, okay. I don't know if that's true. Because we're sort of it's set in the sci-fi-ish future. And we're saying that they can download brains? Or is that just a rumour? You're trolling me about my dead mum?
Trolling? You're so damn sensitive. Can't say nothing round you. Your mum was excavating all along the rim of the lake. She used to pay me to help from time to time, matter of fact. She needed somebody smart, somebody vigilant, somebody like me. Especially with Shield snooping around. I've seen some wild shit out in the swamps with Catherine.
What kind of shit?
I won't bother telling you about it. Might hurt your brain. And anyhow, this ain't story time. Now, letting you in this gas station, goddamn company that runs this dump did me dirty. They swapped me with an ATM machine for speaking truth. Ain't letting nobody through till I get an apology, very least.
That sucks.
Don't patronise me with your weak pity. If you really want to get through, get me some of them pills your brother was selling. That might persuade me. I'm not going to fight him. I know where their pills are. Yeah, shuffle off. Right, so he's physically stopping people to go into the gas station because there's no human anymore. It's just a cash machine. I guess that kind of makes sure. Batcher, what's that? Oh.
Wow. Okay, this tone shift very quickly. Armorial languishes in the river mud. A 2x4 cross plywood plaque, cairns of pulverized concrete. Sprayed haphazardly onto the plywood is a remembrance. Here passed the brave freedom fighters of January XW11, whose cries of liberty echo through the generations. Right, so maybe the war was real. Right. In much smaller lettering, a different hand scratched "fake" across the bottom of the plaque. A lone horse drinks from the stagnant water pooled along the riverbank. Okay. A man sits on a pile of flotsam, his head buried in his canvas jacket against the sharp air. I'm not going to bother the drifter. That sounds like I'm going to cause myself problems. And I can't get inside because it's blocked. Cool, right, Apple Street. We want to go back home. And we want to get the pills. You pocket Mum's pills. I mean, she doesn't need them, does she? Oh, wow. I was hoping, will that make me able to go quicker? I can click on the Shield Oil Refinery. The sprawling Shield Industrial Complex. Long ago, it was a plantation land, cheap and abundant along the Mississippi River. The refinery grew in stages, slowly displacing surrounding neighborhoods. The chemical annex came online later. Children of the enslaved became the neighbors of this machine. Right, towers. Carbon aniline, stainless steel. Among the columns sits the catalytic cracking unit that rocked the town. Pipelines. The webwork crosses high and low, over and under traffic and water and concrete, like veins, like gossamer, like natural circuitry. Lights. Everywhere, metal halide probing the river's expanse, coded patterns of warm sodium and cold LEDs, winking, thinking, knowing. Something to decipher in all that Norco light. I remember Blue. You only think that you do. When he died, part of her did too. Interesting. Right, we now want to go to Diamonds Discount. And we want to go to there.
Get me them pills, only way you're getting through.
Yeah, I got your pills.
Smart move. I'll let you cross the picket line this time, punk.
Okay, solve that one. Oh wow, yeah, I see. They just really have just got robots replacing people's jobs. Cool. Dog food. Dusty bags of dog food line the shelf. Fuses. I need to take one fuse, please. You grab a fuse. I detect that you have merchandise in your possession. You must remove any unpurchased items from your backpack and scan them in order to exit the score. To use an item inventory, drag the item from the inventory menu to the intended target. Alright. Get him big. Fuse. Ooh. Scan. You scan the fuse. Thank you for your purchase. Oh, I guess is that it? I've already paid for it. Protein bars, bubblegum, candies. It's good to know what they have. You wonder if this place ever started checking IDs. During high school, friends in the city would drive all this way just to get booze. Immaculately stocked cigarettes. This body illuminated head of the kiosk levitates silently in the browser tab. Yeah, why not have a little talk with her? Good evening, how may I help you? You know Troy, that guy outside? Thank you for your inquiry. I am forwarding it to Pelleru & Sons LLC. Pelleru & Sons LLC has declined to respond to your inquiry. So why did Troy get fired? American Discount Southeast Incorporated prides itself on its outstanding mentorship and jobs training program. American Discount Southeast Incorporation works to ensure that each franchise location provides opportunities for career growth. At American Discount Southeast Incorporated franchise locations, we leverage automation and machine learning technologies to enhance the lives of all employees. To apply for a position at an American Discounted Southeast Incorporated franchise location, please visit American Discount C-ADSE today. I'm good. Amazing, right. Cool. We scan the thing. Now let's get back to... Oh yeah, let's just use some of our mind map because we've not done that in a little bit. Wow, a lot more faces. Right. Troy. Troy knows your family. He was buying pills from Blake and occasionally helping your mum with her research. He says she was conducting research in the lake. Okay, and Shield, okay, is an oil refinery. Shield Gulf South is a regional subsidiary of the transnational oil empire. It holds a large share of leases in the Gulf of Mexico and refines crude oil right here in Norco. The chemical annex sits on the other side of town from the refinery. It produces the free stock from plastic consumer products. Shield owns half the town. Shield. Okay, that's it. Cool, that's all we know so far. Interesting. Right, back to the map we go. We want to go home. Cool, home. And then we want to go around the back. Then we want to give you the fuse. You got the fuse. Good. Will I be able to use the bike to get around town until I'm done with the truck? It concerns me that Blake still hasn't returned. He's been spending a lot of time at Sarpy Paperbacks lately. Perhaps we should look for him there. That's the library. Let's go. Airline Highway. The sky bleeds a colour you knew as a child. Airline Highway passes beneath your feet. Million has joined your party. Interact with party members by clicking their portraits in the party menu. If you're stuck, they may be able to help. This is so cool! Really like how they've done this game. Million shouts over the wind. The bike runs much better now. You can use it to get around during your visit. How's Blake been? The year that you left, Blake became uncontrollable. His behaviour troubled Catherine deeply. He was beginning to remind her of your grandfather. After he was expelled from Destrahan, he began running drugs into the parish. He made himself many enemies. He put those things behind him after her illness, but now that she's gone, I'm uncertain what to expect. I should have stuck around. I should have stuck around, but I won't apologise for leaving. I'm sorry for leaving. Yeah, maybe I should be sorry. I think I clearly abandoned everyone and put myself first. So maybe that was the wrong. Yeah. I'm sorry for leaving. Blake took it very personally, but your mother understood. She always wanted you to experience America while you could. Did you take it personally? No. We know where Blake could be. How have you been? How's it been like around this guy? Oh, fuck, I clicked one button. You spent it. Yeah, no, I know. I didn't mean to do that. How have you been? I'm always the same, Kay. Always the same. Is that bad or good? Whichever you prefer. Sounds zen. Perhaps. Okay, what's it been like around town? Shield has been expanded since you left. Catherine took your grandfather's boat into the lake to investigate reports of construction in the swamps along the shoreline. She assumed it being permitted Shield activity. She was unable to find any evidence of it. However, it was clear that she found something during that investigation. What was it? I don't know. Perhaps you do. Haven't spoken to her in years. How would I know? Why do you care? So what makes you think she found something? She didn't mention it. So what makes you think she found something? I've known Catherine for a long time. Her behaviour changed. In any event, something drew her to the lake in the months before her death. Alright. Thank you for all of that. Let me quickly go to my mind map. So we know more about... Your mum was conducting research in the lake. Your mum was investigating reports of unpermitted shield construction in the lake. While there, she saw something. But what? Your mum... Finished thought. So we've got... Dismiss. Alright, oh yeah, I have to finish thought, don't I? Right, so reports of construction. Your mum was investigating reports of construction in the lake. She found no evidence of it being thingy. Your mum saw something in the lake. Okay, we're slowly but surely building that man up. Right, anyway. We don't need any more. Now we can go to... Oh, it's all the way over here. Sappy books. Driver. A young man leans against his station wagon while scrolling idly on his phone, his silhouette darkened by the fluorescent glare of the payday lender's sign. I'm not going to talk to him. Teens. Two teenagers nod and gesture excitedly while bouncing between topics. Dog. A stocky pit bull with piercing green eyes watches the horizon with a neutral demeanour. Okay, once again, we're not going to get involved with any of those. We don't need to. Bookstore. Checks to cash. Right. Your mum used to come here to dig through the stacks among the heaps of used romance novels and westerns. She always managed to find some occult artifact. The owner is also the landlord. You imagine that's the only way he manages to keep a place like this running. Over the years, they've experimented with other revenue-generating schemes. For a while, you could get your phone repaired here. Then they tried selling vape cartridges, then kratom, then anime wall scrolls, LSU yard ornaments after that. Remember seeing online that they were trying to do some kind of acupuncture thing. In the end, the schemes always fail and only the paperbacks remain. Oh, hello. You wonder how anyone could read in this dim and cluttered bookshop. As your eyes adjust, you see Blake's childhood friend, Erica, waiting behind the counter to greet you. Okay. And Million, when do you get back to town? I've been in Norco for quite some time. Perhaps you're misremembering Erica. Weird, I guess so. Always Million lying? But anyhow, Kay, you're looking rugged these days, old friend. I heard you ran into Troy. That guy, my god, he's such a clown. I was keeping up with your travels online, but haven't seen you post in a while. I tossed my phone in the Rio Grande. I respect that. Seems more and more common these days. I've been avoiding my phone as well. Helps that the connection has been so erratic. Been hearing of people chopping down cell towers, tearing fiber cables out of the ground, trying to rip the internet apart. She nods into the ensuing science. Back because of your mum, huh? Yeah. I'll miss the hell out of that woman. Oh yeah? I know it wasn't always easy between you two. I was around for some of the arguments. Blake would say she was a great person but a terrible mum. I just hope you and your brother can find some comfort. That means a lot, thank you. Of course, I lost my dad a while back, also to cancer. He was a mean bastard, picked up my sister and threw her one time, ended up giving her a concussion. I couldn't wait for him to die, and when he did, I danced. But as the years pass, I find myself thinking about him more. It feels good to hear stories about him. It's always complicated with this shit. Never easy. I worry about your brother. Your mum's illness was taking a toll on him. I watched him slip back into some bad behaviours. Have you seen him lately? Yeah, I saw him just yesterday. He hasn't been around the house? No, he has not. He said he was heading to Floodgate Tavern when I saw him. He may have gotten wasted. I know Gus let him sleep behind the bar a couple of times. Did he know you were coming, Kay? He never mentioned it. Did he know? No, probably didn't. No, we didn't tell him. Thought I'd surprise him. I'm sure he'll be relieved to see you. He's been resisting help, but he needs it. If I hear from him, I'll tell him to find you. Thank you. Can I pet Crouton, please? So, this here is the illustrious Crouton. We found him behind the dumpster out back licking cardboard. Whatever you do, don't try to pet him. He's a devil. I've got scars all over my hands from this damn cat. Oh wow, Crouton usually bites strangers. He must like you. Yes, Crouton. We are good friends. He seems to be getting a little excited. Wow, I've never seen a cat purr this hard. Maybe you two should slow down. Okay, well, I'm a bit worried now. They seem to be suggesting some stuff. In for a penny, in for a pound, am I right? Oh, I think I got that wrong. Oh, no, I got it right. No, really, stop. Stop touching the cat. Crouton looks like he's fixing to explode. I mean, well, now I've got to find out what's going on. Is he a robot? Ah. Okay, I kind of want to see if I can beat the cat. I want to try beating the cat. Let's try this again. I want to do this. Yep, easy. Bonk, 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 bonk. Bonk, 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 bonk. Oh shit. Yeah, I knew I got that wrong. Damn it. Okay. Middle, left, right. Oh, what? I clicked them right. Damn it. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay. make sure I click them and don't move on too quick. I don't need to be as quick as the thing. Okay. 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 Here we go. Let's try see if we can do this. Let's do this. Ooh, brain activate. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it was that, then jumped over, then it was that, and I think it was this. No, it was the other way around. No. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm determined now. We will beat this cat. Okay, yep, and yep. Come on, we can do this. Yep. Easy. I was a bit unsure about that one. That's not a good start to already be unsure. Right, come on, baby. Okay, so it was all the way over it, and then they went across left to right. Okay, here we go. Brain power. Activate. Okay, so it was that. Then it was 2 in a row. Then it was that. And I think it was right. No! Oh, I thought for sure I had that one. Okay, we'll give this one more time because no one wants to watch a video of me just trying to pet a cat for a million years. Okay, yep. Okay, yep. Oh, that was an easy one. Easy pattern, that one. Very nice. Okay. Alright. Psych myself up. Here we go. Super brain power. Oh my god, that's hard. That didn't feel right. Alright, I'm going to give up on the cat because otherwise I will be here forever. Your brother was headed to the flat. He mentioned this to Erica when he dropped by Sappybacks to see her yesterday evening. This also is a lot. Younger, reckless, gets in trouble, spends loose nights scrolling. Edgelord, sensitive, compassionate, foolish, can't take criticism, always needs money, tries to help those he loves, but often makes things worse. What else? Insecure, dysmorphic, constantly checking his reflection, always seeking validation. Was terrified of you leaving, and he's now terrified of you dying. When I think of him, I just feel guilt. No love or anything like it. Your brother is oblivious. Your grandma once said that she didn't expect much from Blake. She said he was short-tempered, oblivious, and couldn't focus. Blake was sitting in the chair across from her, staring down at a tablet. After she left the room, you asked him how he felt. I feel fine. Why? He said, why? Because of what Gran said, you responded. He looked confused. What'd she say? Okay, so yes, he is oblivious. Alright. I'm not sure what's going on with the cat, but you scan the title on the bookshelf. Don't be a vampire. You pick the slim shelf published. You pick the slim. Oh my god, that is a tongue twister. You pick the slim self-published back. Oh my god, you picked the slim self-published paperback from the shelf and flip it to a random page. Another dark and lonely night spent in this cavern of despair, hidden from daylight. Blackout curtains are all that defer my eternal death. Thought being a vampire would be sexy, but it's not. It's awful for your skin. I look pathetic. Also, blood tastes like bong water. Didn't think it would be like this. Oh god, that is bad. Right. Okay, so this was some counter. There's some secret to beat the cat, but I kept failing. So we'll leave the cat. I'm going to come back just to see if I can beat the cat at a later stage. Oh, I do hope Erica is correct and that Blake's absence is due to nothing more than another drunken night. My intuition leaves me with a sense that something is wrong. Do you feel it too, Kay? Does something feel strange to you? Catherine. I'm not sure what's going on now. They've done a really good job with the art in this game. Several weeks ago. Oh, getting a flashback. Greater New Orleans Neural Versioning Clinic. What brings you here tonight? I'm dying. The cancer, it's gotten everywhere. There are some things I'd like to leave behind. I understand. And you were referred by Mr. Richard? Duck! That's I thought that was just her. I don't know why I assumed that was an autocorrect fuck. Duck. That's what everyone calls him. Yes, Duck. We followed his branch with some interest. Who hasn't? I gather we'll be discussing this in more detail as things progress. For now, let us begin with a simple exercise. I'd like you to talk about your earliest memory. It's of pine trees, yes? That's right. Tell me about them. They grew from the concrete. And cracked the driveway. And the concrete broke into pieces. They made your father upset. He'd seen them and frowned. But he'd remain silent. He'd sit quietly in the truck, dissatisfied. I wouldn't say a word. Speaking in some moments made you a fool in his mind. Your father's house? Was suffocating, I'd say, based on what she just said there. I couldn't wait to get out. And that's why you married Blue? Yes, to have somewhere to go. We bought our little place on Good Hope Street. The whole thing was a mistake. When I told him I didn't love him, it was in my father's voice. I told him I never loved any man. Was it true? Yes. That was a difficult night for you. It didn't feel real. Where was Blue? He sat at the window all night. The east-facing window? Yes. When you stood over him to apologize, you saw the flare stack of the refinery in his eyes. Yeah? God, this is weird. When you stood over him to apologize, I'm going to say we apologized. That's right. What the hell? I can delete memories? I think all memories should be saved. I don't think any, even bad memories, they should all be saved. I'm assuming that's what's going on. I'm able to delete and save memories, and then other people can get access to the memories, I'm assuming. How was it after that, in the time before he died? We circled each other in wide orbits. I'd hide at the centre of the house, nursing Kay, and only leave when I heard him step out. He'd sleep on the couch or next to her crib. He'd sing her old Cajun lullabies, pet her head, whisper to her about his life. And then there was the explosion. When the cat cracker blew, they say he fell 5 stories. We went to identify his body on a Thursday night. I remember the tempo of the streetlights. The police scattered across the East Bank. I carried Kay in a blanket. She never cried. Yeah. All memories should be saved. They're all important. Tell me about this man. I would see him from time to time around Norco. This was many years back. But several weeks ago, Blake saw someone passing by the house. I think it was him. Why? I just do. The robot is no longer there to deter him? Million? Yes. Could be it. What was your first... so Million did leave. What was your first encounter with Million? Let me think. She came to me in the parking lot. Kay was about 12 years old at the time. She knew Blue was his... she knew Blue from his days at the aluminium refinery. I stared for a long time into her constellation of eyes. They swelled in a kind of desperation. I took it home, knowing it was another mistake. You were reckless in those days. I welcomed any trouble I could find. Yep, we'll save them all. Save, thank you. Save, thank you. Save, thank you. What is the significance of this image to you? It's... well, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. It's a sphere. It followed me in the lake. When? Recently, a few weeks ago. This is where Mr. Richard's branch factors into your biography. Duck's version escaped. A hard fork, an extremely rare instance. And grew into some kind of monster. Oh, I'm so confused now. It began speaking to me through the radio. It told me to install an app. An app? Yes. I think it has something to do with the thing, the sphere, whatever it is. But so long as it pays, I don't care. I can use the money. The app pays? Yes. I see. It seems this is the last control point that you submitted. Would you like to include any additional thoughts or memories? Anything not included in the intake form? No, that should be enough. I will now begin disconnecting the sensors. The slight feeling of nausea and disorientation is normal, and no cause for alarm. I thank you for your patience, Miss Marjorie. Interesting. Why is she swirling? So we're now Catherine 2 weeks ago. No idea what Super Duck wants from me. Better check my phone. That's the attendant. Why are you wobbling? Ma'am? Ma'am, are you okay? My eyes are just playing tricks on me, I guess. Vertigo and visual distortions are common side effects of versioning session. Should I contact our on-call physician? No, it's fine. Very well. Last name? It's Marjorie. Oh, Marjorie. First name Catherine. One moment. Your head drive is fully synced. You have chosen our silver tier. Your product does not come pre-installed with adware blocking services and is provided as is without warranty. You are eligible for a free sync anytime before the new year. Thank you for choosing the Greater New Orleans Neural Versioning Clinic for your cognitive versioning needs. Okay. Wallet watch. Interesting. This is one like token. It's called like Quack. Quack job. Oh, yeah, Quack job. Says here I need to go to the Curious Duck. Do work, earn Quack. But remember this was mentioned in that other email thing. Quack is no one takes it. It's a cryptocurrency that no one takes. Meet contact at Curious Duck. Curious Duck is the nearest rendezvous to your location. More information once you're there. Receive orientation at Eagle Janitorial. And that is time. Okay. Right, I'm going to pause it there because I feel like any more and I'm just going to, get even more lost. Yeah, I've got to say, very, very interested in where this is going to go. It's got some really cool concepts that I've not seen. Like, obviously, point-and-click adventure games, they're not, they're not a new thing. They've been going on for a very long time. But this is definitely the most interesting one I've seen thus far. Now, obviously, puzzles, we've not really had a puzzle as of yet. They can be in point-and-click very obtuse, very random, having to know that the set of items that you take put you in the right direction, and we haven't really had that yet. Obviously, so far we've just had grab pills and give them to a bloke, and that wasn't really a puzzle. But no, it's really interested in the mystery. I like the technology involved. It is a dystopian future. I think it's interesting that she's got this mystery that we got to find out. I really like the mind map system. Not really sure how it works yet, or how that's going to play into the wider game, but it looks like that's how we're going to focus on connecting dots and stuff, and that's how we're going to progress in some ways. So some ways we're going to progress with actual physical puzzles that we have to complete in the world that will get us through areas, and other parts will be connecting dots in our minds that will then open up new options in the game. That's my prediction. I think it's interesting that you can bring people with you, party members. I've not seen that in a point and click adventure before, and that they can offer you helps and stuff. And I think it's really interesting that there's this like mind saving thing which may come into handy when we use it potentially in the future. I don't know how long this game is. I don't know how far we've got. Obviously, it feels like we've only just got to the tutorial, but the dialogue's really interesting. The world building's really quite nice. The visuals, even though it's obviously pixel art, they've done a really good job. It's actual art. It's not just simple for the sake of it. They've done a really good job with how they're communicating them. So yeah, really, really happy with that. Thought that was really, really good fun, and I will play again just to beat the cat. I'm annoyed that I couldn't beat it, but I would have eventually. It was just a case of not wanting to spend a million years on it when recording a video. But yeah, I'm going to end it there. So thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Shotgun Squirrel out.